As I play the video from Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, I want you to listen with your mind open. Listen deeply. Listen to how a lawyer, who has been in this fight from the beginning, explains the situation. Listen to the level of frustration, the level of injustice, and the level of determination to keep pushing for what is right. What you are about to watch is not just a clip. It is part of a bigger struggle, a struggle for truth, a struggle for justice, a struggle for the dignity of one man and the rights of millions of Nigerians.
A prison is not a five-star hotel, so anybody that tells you he's comfortable is probably exaggerating. Of course, he's not comfortable, but he's a very strong person. He's taking it well. He understood the risk, the great risk of being a freedom fighter, especially in a country such as ours that is not a well-ordered society. So he prepared his mind for occasions like this. But be that as it may, the decision to take him to Sokoto, very far away from Abuja, where in fact his vicinity to the Court of Appeal would have accorded him the opportunity to exercise his constitutional right to appeal. So that decision was too swift, and I believe also too insensitive to his right to fair hearing, because the next destination for him, of course, is the Court of Appeal. And it is of the record and well known to the whole world, and to the court in particular, and to the correctional authorities and the federal government, that Nnamdi Kanu, as of now, does not have any counsel of record. So taking him to Sokoto that way the very next day, with the full realization that his appeal was oncoming and was going to happen, smacks of insensitivity, and is a little bit suspicious as well. But I'm going to stop at that, and well, I hope things will improve as the days come by. Filing what? Oh, my own detention? Oh, that one is a traumatic experience of its own. Of course, my rights were breached. I'm not going to speak on camera on that. The matter is sub judice. We have to go to court on 15 December, and from that day onwards, we shall determine how we proceed going forward.
Now that you've watched the short video from Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, I want you to stay with me, because what I'm about to say will help you understand the deeper truth behind everything happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right now. And I'm saying this from my heart, not as a lawyer, not as a politician, but as someone who can clearly see the injustice happening in broad daylight. The situation we are facing is not just about one man locked up in a prison. It is not even about one ethnic group. What we are watching is a full display of how Nigeria uses power to break the spirit of anyone who dares to speak the truth. And whether people like to admit it or not, the treatment of Nnamdi Kanu today is the clearest sign of how weak and afraid this government truly is. Let's start with the transfer issue. They took him from Abuja and dumped him in Sokoto, far away from the Court of Appeal, knowing very well that he has only 90 days to file his appeal. And they did this immediately after the judgment, as if they were waiting for that moment. Tell me, how can anyone call this justice? When a man is fighting for his basic right to appeal, and the same system that convicted him is now blocking him from appealing, what does that tell you? It tells you the goal is not justice. The goal is control. The goal is silence. And you saw what Barrister Ejimakor said in the video. This entire thing is being done on purpose. Justice James Omotosho insisted that the transfer must stand. This same judge gave a life sentence based on a law that is reportedly already repealed. A canceled law, a dead law, a law that should not even exist in the courtroom. Yet they used it. And now they're fighting to protect that judgment by keeping him far away from Abuja, where he can defend himself. If a country is confident about its judgment, why is it afraid of an appeal? Let me tell you the truth. Appeal is the only lifeline Kanu has. Once the 90 days pass, the life sentence stands untouched, and that is exactly what they want. Nigeria is playing a dangerous game with someone's life, and they know it. Now let's talk about Governor Alex Otti. People have been spreading rumors everywhere that he went to meet President Tinubu to discuss political defection, that 2027 is around the corner, that he wants to join APC. But the truth, confirmed by his own media aide, is simple. He went there for one purpose only, to push for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing more. People are trying to distract from the main issue by dragging politics into it. But what matters is that he went to meet the president because he knows Kanu's case is becoming a national embarrassment. He knows the injustice is too obvious to hide. He knows history will judge everyone who kept quiet. And yet, even with these efforts, some people inside this same country still oppose any move to free him. They cheer injustice because it doesn't affect them personally. They laugh at the pain of others. They pretend not to see the law being twisted and abused. But whether they accept it or not, this thing is bigger than every one of us. What they don't understand is that when a government can use power like this, nobody is safe. Today, it is Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow, it could be any Nigerian who speaks, questions, or demands justice. Let me say this clearly. Nothing about this entire situation is normal. Nothing about this reflects a country that respects law, fairness, or human rights. This is not justice. This is punishment. This is intimidation. This is a clear attempt to silence a man by making the appeal impossible. And as long as he remains in Sokoto, far away from where the court processes are happening, his right to appeal is under attack. That is why we must continue speaking. We must keep pushing. Because if they succeed in burying his voice, they will feel bold enough to do it again and again and again. So my message to you watching this is simple. Don't just watch and scroll away. Don't stay silent. Don't let the system rewrite the truth. Keep your eyes open. Share this message. Spread the truth, because silence is exactly what they want. And as you continue watching this program, don't forget, this is more than a legal case. This is a fight against injustice. This is a fight for human rights. This is a fight to protect the voice of a man who spoke for millions. And until justice is done, until the truth wins, we will not stop talking.